What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be discussing and I'm going to be talking about something that I believe to be hugely important. I'm going to be discussing body positivity for men. I'm going to be discussing what it looks like, and I'm going to be discussing why I think it matters so much. Before I do that though, I would first of all like to ask every single one of you watching this video to think of the first person that comes to your mind when you think of the body positivity movement in its current form. I imagine the first person that comes to your mind is probably someone that is or looks like an obese feminist. An obese feminist that's trying to tell you that masculinity is toxic and dangerous, or tries to tell you that beauty standards only exist as a result of the patriarchy, or a feminist who tries to tell you that men shouldn't prioritize strength because it's not needed in the world nowadays. None of this is true, and I think thinking and believing all of those things is incredibly dangerous. And as I think of the body positivity movement in its current format, I think that it is really a justification for obesity and a justification for laziness. I know as I say that some people watching this may have current health conditions which makes it very hard for them to lose weight. And if you're one of those people, that's absolutely fine. I respect that, and I'm not aiming that at you. But if you don't, and you want to lose weight and you don't feel attractive or you don't feel good enough, it's time to hold yourself accountable. It's time to want more for yourself, and it's time to really put the effort in to try and continue and to try and grow. Self-development should be at the core of your life, and fitness is one of the biggest foundations of self-development. In fact, I'd argue that it probably is actually the biggest, because it's something that's going to be there for your whole life. Ask yourself this: if you're a young guy, do you want to be going into your 20s and your 30s feeling obese, fat, slobby and lazy? Or do you want to be going into your 20s and your 30s and even your 40s feeling attractive, feeling lean, feeling agile, feeling energized? I know which one I'd prefer, and I'd know which one I'd want for you guys. And ask yourself this too: if you're a dad watching this video, don't you want to be able to play with your kids for as long as you can? Don't you want to be able to play with your grandkids when they eventually come for as long as you can? I know as I say that, the answer is yes. And if you're not doing everything you can in order to make that possible, you should be looking yourself in the mirror and asking yourself why that's the case. Because I know that life comes in the way and work stresses and pressures come in the ways, but that shit will not matter when it actually comes to the point when you want to be there for your kids and your grandkids. So, what is body positivity for men? Well, I would like to ask you all to go out and look at what the average guy looks like. You're going to notice that the average guy is probably pretty overweight. In fact, the average guy has over 21% body fat nowadays. Men nowadays as well are also reporting lower levels of testosterone, and more men now are sexless than they ever have been before. This not prioritizing their physical characteristics and not prioritizing their body is going to account for all of those things. And here's the reality, right, guys? Fitness is going to be one of the things that's at the foundation of making you attractive. As men, there's not really a huge amount that we can change. We can grow our hair, we can try different haircuts, we can try facial hair and we can grow out beards, or we can work out and we can try and get healthy. And that's the one that's gonna probably give you the biggest win. And as I say that, it's not gonna be the biggest win if you get the biggest and the most muscular that you can. Fitness and working out brings so much other value to your life. You learn about healthy eating and how you can eat better and look better as a result of that, which then in turn means that you're eating better foods and you smell better. You're then feeling more energized, meaning that you can then work harder and work smarter and work in a more composed and focused way, which then amplifies and goes onto your career. You have a better sense of positive well-being, which then means you're more fun to be around, more positive to be around. And you're just generally just a better person. If you contrast all of those things to someone that subscribes to the body positivity movement in its current format, or someone that chooses to not make any effort to work out and look better, they're going to be the opposite of all of those things. And here's another reality as well too, guys. A recent study asked women what they thought of the average guy, and this study revealed that the average woman thought that 90% of men were unattractive. And that's going to be because 90% of men are unattractive. 90% of men are overweight, badly groomed, and not holding themselves accountable every single day. So fitness should be at one of the bedrocks and one of the cores of making yourself more attractive. I'm going to post this photo on screen now. This was me last summer. This was me at a time where I felt pretty good, a time where I looked pretty good, and a time where I got a lot of female attention. As I share this picture as well, some of you are probably going to tell me that I look like shit. Some of you are probably going to say that I'm fat, that I'm overweight, that I look weak, that I look scrawny. If you think that, that's absolutely fine. Continue to spend the rest of your life rating and comparing yourself to other men. But for those of you that are looking at that body and you're thinking that that looks good, or you're thinking that that looks okay, getting and looking like that wasn't something that required dramatic changes. Yes, I had to eat better. Yes, I had to work out. But I can tell you what, doing both of those things made me feel a fuckload better. And doing both of those things made me feel a lot more confident. So, going back to my point around asking you what the average guy looks like, I'd now like to ask you to think about what the average guy on social media looks like. The average guy on TikTok, the average guy on Instagram. It's completely different, right? We're talking about guys that are really muscular, really lean, really shredded, really chiseled, sucked in jawlines. And some of you may think that looks amazing, some of you may not. But the reality is that that's beginning to become more normal because it's seen everywhere. And I said in the previous video, and I will say again, within the next 3 years, steroids will be normal for men, and they may even be an expectation amongst some people. So what are you seeing and what are you observing? You've got this lot of men that look terrible, and then you've got this lot of men that look the complete opposite. They look amazing in some people's eyes. Neither of those is going to be optimal from a body positivity perspective for a man. You're going to want to be somewhere in the middle. You're going to want to be agile, healthy, fit, athletic. You're going to want your clothes to fit. You're going to want to feel comfortable when you're naked. And the good news is that it doesn't take a huge amount to do that. You just need to hold yourself accountable, and you just need to work fitness in as one of the biggest foundations of your life. But body positivity for men is also incredibly important as well, because people don't acknowledge that men have body images, and people don't acknowledge that men have male insecurities. And there is an absolutely horrible and disgusting and vile trend that I'm seeing online now more and more of men rating other men insulting other men, and men putting other people down. That's never been what we do on this channel. That's never been at the foundation of this channel, because we're about building each other up, growing with each other, because every single one of us men should be on a self-improvement journey that we're living at all the time. And we need to support each other as we do that. So you need to have that body positivity, not just for yourself, but you need to have that body positivity for your guy mates, for the people that you speak to as you're going through your development journeys, and for yourself every single day. So that's it, just a short video, but I wanted to remind you really how important it is to love your body, love the way that you look, and want to continue to develop, because it will absolutely pay dividends in every aspect, in every area of your life. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please can I ask you to click like and subscribe down below. And if you really liked it, I am also offering one-on-one coaching at the website down below. But as always, guys, nothing but love. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.